Good morning, students and the viewers. Now we are at assignment 3, session 2 of class 7 English language. Letter writing. Today is the topic for our discussion. There are two kinds of letters: formal and informal. Whether it is a formal or informal, each one has its own structure, the format. Today we will be learning how to write the informal letter. Prior to that, we should know whom we have to address this informal way of writing. The first and foremost, the parents and the grandparents, then the siblings, then the relatives, and the friends. These are the ones whom we shall address informally, because they know who we are, who the person is writing all about. That's why we address them informally. The neighbor could be also present. And even if you want to write a letter to the neighbor, provided they fall in any one of the categories, you are supposed to address them formally. The formal structure has to be followed. But now, today we will be learning about this informal way of writing letter. The first and foremost, the sender's address. Sender's address can be of two types: 2-line address and the 3-line address. Whatever the way that you want to prefer, you prefer it. But I prefer 3-line address. The last line should be with the full stop at the end. The rest of the lines followed by comma at the end. Punctuation marks are very essential. Learn it very carefully. Followed by leave the space. Then the date. The date should be written like this. For example, May 2020. The month has to be written in complete form. But the first letter should be capital letter. No punctuation mark when you write in the date, right? Then followed by the space. Then the salutation. What do you mean by salutation? Salutation in the sense addressing. Dear, my dear dad, my dear mother, my dear uncle, my dear auntie, my dear friend. The friend can be written with the name also. But be careful that you are not using any other language than that of the English, because you are writing the letter in English, that in English language. So English is a must. English is a must. So no other language is allowed. And the salutation you have written, my dear father, something like that. Then the body, leave the space, the body of the letter. The first line or the first sentence should be connected with the title given in the question paper. Then after that we can proceed with it. But it has to respond to the question first. The first sentence should be in connection with the title given. Then followed by the subscription. When you write this paragraph, better leave a space. When you write in paragraphs, leave a space, then proceed writing. Then after writing the body, leave a space, then the subscription. Write with love, which means who writes this with love, followed by comma. See, W capital, L small letter. Then yours affectionately, followed by comma. If you are not confident about this affectionately, the spelling, write yours lovingly, but no punctuation mark here, no apostrophe, nothing of that sort, right? So you have to be very careful in this. Then write only the personal name, not the full name, because they know who you are. For example, if it is Anil Kumar, you will write followed by full stop. So this is the format of the informal letter. So I will be sending you the PDF along with the assignment. Once you write in your pair notebook, write about the format first. Then the letter that I am sending you to the PDF, copy down that too also. Then write the assignment in different pages, so that you know what is the format, then how I have given you and how you have written. You can cross check. So this is about in this session. Thank you. Have a nice day. Welcome students and the viewers for the assignment 3, session 4 of class 7 English language. In this session, we will be dealing with pronouns. What do you mean by pronoun? Pronouns in the sense, something that comes in the place of the noun and playing a role of a noun. Something that comes in lieu of or instead of a noun is said to be called the pronoun. There are some kinds of pronouns. Let's see one by one. Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns in the sense we have to talk about ourselves or about the particular person or a particular thing. Anything of that sort, very precise in nature. There are something like this: I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. They are the personal pronouns. These two are said to be called the first person, and you is said to be called the second person, and the rest are said to be called the third person. Why is the first person? I should be existing first. In order to give myself an importance, this I is given. That's why it's called the first person. So I should belong to the community of my own or a group. That is why it's called this I and we are the first person. I alone cannot live. We alone cannot live unless otherwise some persons should be helping us. Other than I and other than we and I. Supposing I am talking to myself in a loud voice, you might be thinking that what happened, something over here, some crack or mentally off, something like that. So someone has to be listening. So when a coder is there, the decoder should be there, present. When the speaker is present, the listener should be present. So that there is a reaction or a response. That's why this is called the second person. Here we both of us have the direct contact. First person and second person, we have the direct contact. Because I am teaching you, you are listening. Any clarification, you are asking. So I am clearing your doubts. Right? So we have the direct contact. But the other persons, someone is there away from us. Either could be a male sex or female folk or other than that. It could be a thing, it could be a plant, it could be an animal, it could be a bird, anything of that sort. So they are said to be called third person. So this is about the personal pronouns. Then the demonstrative pronoun. What is the demonstrative? Demonstrative in the sense this, that, these, and those. We are indicating certain things. So this is my classroom. This is the chalk. This is the chalk. This is the duster. So that is the shelf. So we are indicating certain things. We are demonstrating certain things. That's what is called the demonstrative pronouns. And emphatic. In order to give an emphasis, so we are giving that. For example, I myself did this. So see, no one helped me, but I myself have done it. So that's why it is called the emphatic or emphasizing. Just have a relation with this reflective. Just one difference here, right? See, I did this myself. I did this myself. If you notice here, this emphasizing one will fall before the verb. But here, after this verb, it comes after the verb. That is called a reflexive one. It reflects, right? So that is the reflexive one. That is the simple difference that we should know. Next, the possessive one. This is my classroom. This is my classroom. So this is or mine. This is mine or my classroom. My classroom. Not yours. It is mine. So we are possessing ourselves. Right? We do not want to be giving any other to take rights. Right? So we are simply saying that it is my class. That is yours. That is hers. That is theirs. Something like that. Right? That's the distributive. Each and every. For example, each student in the class is good. Distributive. The whole class is not taken, but each and everyone in the class present has been taken. That means each, right? Each and every. These are the two major words that are indicated to know distributive. Then interrogative. It is about the questioning. WH words, maximum, what, when, who, whose, whom, why, all those things, right? Why are you here? Why are you here? Right? So interrogative, ask the question and it needs the answer. Then relative pronouns. Relative pronouns, there are so many. The same words can be used, right? The same words can be used, whatever the interrogative words that we have used can be used also here. For an example, the person whom I met yesterday is my friend. Here I am explaining the person. The person is my friend. So that is the main sentence. The person is my friend. That is the main sentence. But we are describing and telling about something or more things about the person whom I met yesterday. So that is about the relative pronouns. Next, the indefinite. We do not know whom we are referring to. For example, is someone outside? Someone, something like that. Okay? Is someone outside? We do not know who it is all about. So, anybody, nobody, all, none of this, something like that. We know. Indefinitely we are telling about. That's why it is called the indefinite pronouns. These are the pronouns and the types of pronouns. Go through the PDF that I am sending you. Go through the things that we have been discussing so far in your textbook and fill up the exercises. So these are the things that I wanted to tell you in this session 4. Thank you. Have a nice day. Good afternoon, students and the viewers. Now we are in assignment 3, session 5 of class 7, English language. In this session, you will be learning how to write an email. We have so many ways of communicating things. In this modern world, this electronic mail is very important, and through which we can send hundreds of messages within a fraction of a second, or one message in a fraction of a second to 100 people. Hundreds and hundreds we can send immediately. So how to move about? This is the general pattern. First we have to write the to address, a plausible, complete email ID of the person whom we are writing to. The second one is the subject. It has to be written in nutshell. What are we going to communicate in that body of the letter? Then the salutation, addressing. it should be very much polite in nature and official in nature. It should not offend anyone. Then the opening sentence in the sense it is about the introduction of oneself who writes it, or the introduction about the event. Then the real body, what is the message that you are going to send, of which we should have the time of the event and the participation, who are the ones who are supposed to participate, or who is being invited, what is the program is all about, where it has to be held, everything has to be given in nutshell. Then the closing sentence, it has to be very much positive in nature. Then the subscription, who writes it. Now we shall go through the real model of writing, is email. First I told you the plausible email ID. For example, simple example, I am giving a principal 010@gmail.com. Right? Everything should be in small letter. Everything has to be given in small letter. A complete email ID has been given. Then we have to leave a space. This has to be very clearly learned. Right? The punctuation and the spacing are very important regarding this email is concerned. Then leave a space, then write the subject. For example, if it is the inter-school debate competition, write inter-school debate competition. Debate competition followed by full stop. Here there is no punctuation mark at the end, but here it has to be the full stop. At the end we should have the full stop. Then leave a space, the salutation, write dear sir or madam, followed by comma. See, D capital letter and S capital letter. Then leave a space. Then write the self-introduction. What is going to be the event? For example, our school is going to celebrate its 100th anniversary this year. Something like that we are supposed to introduce the event. Or introduce the person who writes, I am so and so, writing this email just because of this. So everything has to be given. So the body, then write the body. Right? The opening statement, I told you about the introduction. Then the body, the real content. Then leave a space, then the closing statement. For example, looking forward to your positive reply, something like that. Right? Then leave a space, this is about the closing statement. Closing statement followed by leave a space. Then write thanking you, followed by comma. Then leave a space. Spacing is important, I told you. Leave a space. Then write yours truly or faithfully, followed by comma. Then leave two space here. The two space column has to be given. Then write your full name. For example, Ranjan Roy. Who is the person all about? That designation. The designation we have to write now. What is the designation that he holds? Full stop. Then write secretary. Followed by comma. The same line also you can write some. RTBHS or to write what? The debating club. So like that we are supposed to write. This is our real format. I will be sending you the PDF. Go through the PDF and copy down in your notebook what I have given you in the PDF and this general format, and the assignment I will be giving in the PDF itself. Go through that and complete the work. That's all in the session. Have a nice day.